Sometimes there's a moment in time where people come together in a way that's so inspiring and so memorable that it changes you forever. I was right there. I was in the middle of it. I was in the heart of Pershing Square, and on the top of this RV, there was speaker after speaker, and they were getting us amped up. And by about the 15th speaker, the crowd started chanting, "March, march." So they announced it on the megaphone. They're like, "Okay, let's march to City Hall." And we were absolutely pumped for this 1-mile walk to City Hall. So we all turned around, and we only made it 3 feet. And that's because the crowd already spanned a mile wide. There were an estimated 750,000 people squeezed into the streets of Los Angeles that day. And across the world, millions of men, women, and children united for the Women's March. Imagine what we could accomplish if we could tap into that energy on a daily basis. We could raise the collective vibration for everyone here on Earth. But we do not have that daily energy right now, am I right? And why does it even matter? Well, according to research, the world needs more empowered women. On average, in emerging markets, women reinvest 90 cents of every dollar of additional income back into their family's health and education, compared with 30 to 40 cents for men. That means that when women are empowered, their increased income become drivers behind community and country well-being. So regardless of what gender you are, I want you to picture the connection between empowering your mother, your daughter, your sister, your lover, and the direct impact it can have on creating a better world. And that sounds good, right? Well, right now, there are only 7 countries in the entire world that have equal rates of men and women-owned businesses. Only 7. And that's out of 188 countries recognized by the World Bank. One of those 7 countries is a place I lived 10 years ago, Thailand. I was teaching English as a Fulbright scholar at a school in Chiang Rai, which is in northern Thailand. I taught nearly 300 students. And my mom and dad, they shipped me this box of games, like Battleship, Monopoly, Uno, Sorry, the classics. So I also started this after-school game club for my 7th graders, and I will never forget how much the boys and the girls respected one another. And then in the fall, my high schoolers, they started a fall festival, and I remember walking around thinking, wow, these students do not seem to care about societal gender norms, and I don't just mean their clothing. And it's very unlike where I grew up, where boys and girls have these very defined roles, and people have a hard time accepting any alternative. And that's the thing about Thai people. They don't sweat the small stuff. And thanks to Buddhism, they practice non-judgment, so it's a very empowering place. So when I recently discovered that Thailand was one of only 7 countries in the world that have equal rates of men and women-owned businesses, I reached out to my mentor, the former director of the Thai US Fulbright program, and I asked her what she thought. And she said it had to do with the tradition of taking over the family business. But, however, she said now these young women, feel they have more opportunity, that they'll likely pursue their own dreams, so she wasn't sure if these equal rates would continue. Well, from where I'm standing, as a woman who's created a business that I can take literally anywhere in a backpack with a laptop and Wi-Fi, I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think these young Thai women now have unlimited opportunity for the business and the life they can create. That's the power of technology. We agree on this, right? That technology and the internet has created the best time in history to become your own boss? Because it certainly has. However, I wonder, is access to technology all we really need? And I don't think so. Take the United States, for example. We have exceptional access to technology, yet women only own 30% of US businesses. There's a bigger core problem here: confidence. In the book Womenomics, they studied the vast confidence gap between men and women. Women don't consider themselves as ready for promotions as men do, and we generally underestimate our abilities. And here's the thing, Evidence shows that success correlates just as closely with confidence as it does competence. So this confidence gap can become absolutely devastating for the female entrepreneur. And I know firsthand. So I'll share that with you. I grew up in a very confident way in a loving family in Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, and I played 8 competitive sports growing up. And despite knowing that boys were generally stronger and faster and, let's be honest, more entitled, I believed I could accomplish anything, and so I went for it. By the age of 27, I had lived in 4 different countries. I had raised tens of thousands of dollars for charity. I completed an Ironman triathlon, and I was graduating with 2 masters from USC. Fast forward 2 short years later, and I felt like a complete failure. I didn't know how I was going to pay my rent. I didn't know how I was going to pay my student loan bills. I went through one of the darkest periods of my life, coupled with the most heartbreaking breakup I've ever experienced. All without realizing the bigger problem, that my self-doubt, my lack of confidence, was at the root of it all. You see, I had always planned on being an entrepreneur, but I wasn't prepared. I felt like I was at the base of this mountain of student loan debt, knowing there was opportunity for me at the peak, but not having the equipment to make the journey. I realize now, as much as I love school, I mean, come on, I have 3 degrees, that the increasingly expensive university system counterintuitively lowered my confidence as an entrepreneur. And here are 3 reasons why I believe the traditional system isn't working to build confidence for the female founder. And don't worry, there are simple solutions. First, the university system trains the mind to believe that it takes a long period of time to achieve the desired skills you need. Anywhere from 2 to 4 years to get that piece of paper that says, oh, you're ready to go out into the world and make it happen. That is simply unnecessary when it comes to starting a business. And the internet has shrunk the learning curve. There are programs online right now that help women generate $10K in 30 days, that help them create $50,000 product launches in 60 days. I personally took a course that tripled my income in 12 weeks. Now, the second major problem is that it requires students to take years of electives. In the entrepreneurial world, this is what we call shiny object syndrome. It makes you a jack or a Jill of all trades, but a master of none. And the thing is, the business world rewards mastery, not dabbling. So the simple solution here is to create an a la carte system that allows you to choose courses that fulfill your strengths and your interests. Not only will this save you money, but it'll make you more money in the long run. And the third major problem, as I see it, in terms of building confidence, is the hiring process. Think about it. Professors are generally hired based on their resumes. Imagine what it would look like if professors were hired based only on student results after graduation. Now, I don't mean to criticize, but I would like to help as many people as I can avoid the heartbreak and the despair that I went through. And quite honestly, the heartbreak that I'm still healing from. So, whether or not you've already been to college, or you're going to college, or you're seeking some alternative, or a combination of both like I did, I just want you to know there are options. And the essential part of selecting options that work for you is finding stuff that builds your confidence. And when we build women's confidence, we build a better world. I really need you to feel that energy. Everything in this planet is interconnected. Don't you think it's amazing that we can reach people across oceans with the phone in our pocket? In that same regard, we can use the power of technology to empower women. And that's what I'm on a mission to do. Have you heard of Abraham Hicks yet? She says that we launch rockets of desire every day. And if we align our vibration with the law of attraction, we can achieve any desires we have. So I'm on a mission to help as many women as I can achieve their desires in a short amount of time in a supportive community. Let's create a groundswell, much like the Women's March. Now, gentlemen, you play a pivotal role in making this world a better place. For every woman that you empower and encourage to go after her dreams and make additional income, that's reinvested back into families and communities. And ladies, if you have a calling from within you telling you to carve your own path, you have to do it. Let me be blunt, that calling will never go away, and you've only got one life to pursue it. So get connected with the right tribe, the right mentors, and the right resources for you, because our world needs you to shine. And all the success, the fulfillment, and the happiness you are looking for is yours if you go for it while you're still alive. Your heart will thank you, and I thank you with all my heart. Swatika.